Alright guys, we're back. I got some tips for you if you're ever dealing with a piece of wood that is cupped. It's got a twist to it, it's kind of bowed, it's got a bunch of issues. This is a 14.5 inch by a little over 5 feet by 2 inches thick, right? It's going to a really cool table that I'm building. I'll have a video out on that, but it probably won't be for a few months. Anyways, back on point. First tip, the cradle side, the cup, when the wood running down the whole length, the whole thing cupped up. For doing a cut like this, which I'll explain this to you, you want the cup side up, and you only want to clamp one side. The reason being is because if you do this the opposite way, you say, okay, I want 2 points of contact, it's going to be more stable, and that makes sense. The problem is when you secure the piece and you start to run your saw through it, as the pressure of the board being clamped down, because now mind you, if you put the cup down and you're clamping one side, I mean you could clamp both, that'll just exacerbate it, but when you clamp it down and you're forcing that downward pressure, as the saw blade is removing material and you're going along, it's going to try to collapse on itself and it's going to pinch the blade, and you know, it's wind up getting saw to jump back, kick back, or you'll wind up cutting out on a different angle as it starts to collapse, and it's problems. Cup side up, okay? I use this as a straight edge. It separates into 2 pieces, but this has been like the most handy thing. It's like 20 bucks, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. And I use this for turning the circular saw into a track saw without buying a freaking track saw. Alright, so now the only way to use a straight edge when you're gonna use it instead of a track saw is you want to either know the distance from your blade to the outside rail on either side, and depending on what side you're going to be cutting with is going to be the distance. For me, it's 1.5 inches from here to the blade. So wherever I want to have the cut, I typically would move it back 1.5 inches. But in this case, I'm giving myself breathing room. I'm only going back about 1.25 inches, which none of that stuff's important for the sake of this video, but leaving myself a little extra room. So I already did the measurements. We're just going to clamp this down. And there you have it. Nice and anticlimactic, just the way we like it. See you guys on the flip side.